The Rangers were originally programmed to go in at like 0400, just before daylight, so they could take advantage of the dark, NVGs, et cetera, et cetera. Well, the Navy says, we can't land. These are old charts, nav charts. We can't afford to risk the bottoms. We want to postpone till 0800. So McDonnell, being a Navy guy, says, hey, postpone till 0800. Well, that puts the Rangers jumping in broad daylight. So that becomes less than wonderful. The Marines have there are two elements to the Marine approach because of the nature of Grenada's geography. One is on the east side at Pearls. That's captured very quickly by Lieutenant Colonel E. Toole Smith. He's got that in hand. The Navy, the Marine approach on the western side is much more difficult, very rugged terrain. They got to get their big Amtraks and their tanks and roll down this very narrow, constricted road. And there's occasional fire that slows them up, so they don't get to Schoon in time to really relieve the SEALs. The SEALs are in deep kimchi. They got a small SEAL unit in there. Austin's forces have clamped right around Schoon's house very tightly, and the SEALs are actually in deep trouble. That's when you get the story of the Navy SEAL picking up the phone and calling the talk at Bragg, which is absolutely correct. The AT&T phone system was working fine, and he just dialed up using his credit card, the JSOC talk, who then had a good satellite shot to the AC-130, and he just relayed fire control through that way, and that's what kept him under. That's absolutely true story. At any rate, Saline is captured. There's about 2 days worth of heavy shooting with the Cubans, because this engineer brigade is actually I would call it a paramilitary army force. I mean, they got machine guns, they got rifles, and they know how to use them. They're not odds and sods kind of soldiers. They put a pretty good fight. They were in a defended position on a hill, which gave them an advantage. Delta guys actually dealt with it primarily use of snipers. They were touching people at 300-400 meters very effectively.